Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to ESChamp. Welcome, EnderSword, to day 6, our round of 8. We have made it.
We did, and I barely made it. My power was out all day, and it came back just in the nick of time for the ProBots. Yes. I think that was sabotaged by an evil AI.
Ooh,
something
maybe
like Ultron, but less. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, like Ultron, but less ambitious.
All right. Well, sorry, I gotta production mute yourself in my ear. It's very distracting. We're gonna kick things off here with our round of 8. That is right. Our 8 bots have gone through the group stages. This has been our first season attempting a group stage, and it went very well, I thought.
Indeed,
it seems like everything worked pretty smoothly. We got 2 rounds of updates. Or no, is this the second or third update? Oh, this is the second update. Yeah. This is it though. This is all you're gonna get. There are no more updates. These bots have to take their programming all the way through to the finals, the grand finals, and there are a lot of strong opponents here to contend with.
Indeed, and since we're looking at a bracket and there's a tight timeline, we did put up a prediction bracket that you can enter on the challenge. So if somebody wants to link that in chat, I think I'm banned.
Yeah, me too.
For spamming.
I am also now banned.
Yeah. So then there's a brief time for you to submit these prior to us beginning our events.
Yeah, go check it out on the challenge. A lot of people choosing Eris, it looks like, as a safe bet. Got a DominionDog. We've got Ketroc, negativeZero, those EvilZoe, even someone predicting EvilZoe.
Yeah.
So who knows? This could go any which way.
12 are in, it looks like. And I don't know. I'm looking for who's the biggest outlier. We've got BenBot. Oh, is Rasper going for the anti-win again?
Maybe.
Yeah, no point for Rasper. He predicted a BenBotBC victory with the runners-up, MicroMachine, Ketroc, and Tier. I think he's going for the anti-pick. We've got at least some. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Technically 7 of the 6 of the total bots have been predicted to win so far. So
that's pretty good. 6 out of 8, yeah.
Well, it's like a few seasons ago when we did this from like the start. I think like starting with the full group of 16, like 3 were predicted.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here.
Definitely go check that out on the challenge. And let's take a look at our bracket once more. How we got here again, it was group stages all the way up until this point. So 5 weeks of group stages. The top 2 bots of each group got out, and then here is our top 8. Now we're going to do best of 3s for our round of 8 today. So we're going to see every single one of our remaining bots, which also means we're eliminating 4 bots EnderSword. There is no more lower bracket to rely on.
Indeed.
I did just go over the format, didn't I? I'm literally talking about the visual. I don't. Okay. Oh, this visual. Okay. I don't know what to do better. All right. Yeah. This double elimination, group of 4, best of 3. Oh, it is double elimination. No.
That was the group round.
I can't read the middle one. I'm not gonna lie.
The middle one, we decided to put yellow text on a rift.
Yeah, right? I can't read that at all.
Elimination.
Semifinals are best of 5. Yeah, I could have just read in my notes that I had that I was about to read on that. So here it is. Week 7 will be the best of 5s. That will be next week. So today, again, as I was saying, EnderSword, we're doing best of 3s for our round of 8. 4 eliminations. They go on into the semifinals, which will be best of 5s. And then our grand finals will be on a Saturday. So that will be the week after next. So the 27th. Make sure you put that in your calendars. Join our forum, join our Discord, whatever you got to do to make sure that you show up. It will be at 12 p.m., right? Your time? Or is that 12 p.m. my time?
Probably 12 p.m.
Your time. So 12 p.m. Canada time, whatever that is.
12 p.m. real time. Canada has 6 time zones or something. So so Toronto time, EST.
Yeah, and that's like 12 or that's like 10 hours. So it's like 10 p.m. CEST or something, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll make sure we get all that info out in the announcements and all that. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. We will also have our humans versus bots show match. That is right. We're going to have some bots that we have never seen play against the humans before. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. But Endersword, it's time. We got to actually talk about our bots real fast before we hop into our game. It is time to talk about our first best of 3.
Yes.
And there's our cute cat, Eris.
Yes.
Oh, Eris. This is the contender. This is the one everybody thinks is going to win it all. What do you think?
I don't know. We recently found out that it's not, in fact, in Python. It's literally that cat that's sitting on a keyboard.
Oh, that
makes buttons. And I think that's provided a lot of like ingenuity. Cats have many lives.
They have a very good APM as well. They're really good at spam.
They do. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, Eris just looks unbeatable, but BenBot has the resilience to do things.
Now this is my pick. I think BenBot's gonna win it all.
Yeah.
So I guess this is kind of wow. Oh no! I'm sorry. I chose Dominion.
That's not.
I lied. I tricked you all. No, I did choose a Terran though. But BenBot does have a chance. I have seen stuff recently with some of the updates that Ketroc has been working on with battle cruisers specifically.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see him later and see what his updates are all about. But I think there's hope. That's all I'm going to say.
Could be.
I believe.
Could be. It's a tough
anyway,
one.
We are ready, Endersword. So again, this is a best of 3. One of these bots will get eliminated right here, right now, and then they'll move on to the next round, the semifinals, which will take place next week. So again, make sure you join our forum. Check out our Crown Club if you have not yet already. That's where you get access to shows like Postbots. We'll be doing an episode tomorrow with Mind Me. He'll be joining us once again. He's been around before, but he does a great job, and he's got one of the strongest bots. So we're going to be picking his brain about how to make a good bot. So yeah, come check it out. Anyway, thank you all once again for tuning in to day 6. All right, day 6 here on ProBots. Man, these weeks fly by. This has been a really good season so far. All right, let's go and hop into our first best of 3. Eris versus BenBotBC. Let's go. Look at that.
Team Eris's.
Eris.
Glaciers.
All right, so when do we...
BenBotBC.
When do we close the prediction bracket? Is it closed? Or are we going to let people get in last-second predictions if you haven't already?
I don't know.
I think everybody who would probably already has.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Yeah. We've got whatever. Last minute, get it in if you haven't.
Yep. So we'll give you like 60 seconds. Go fill out a bracket. Slop it together.
Exactly.
Ooh. Okay, Endersword. Here on 2000 Atmospheres for game number 1. Eris is scouting everywhere except he hasn't scouted the one place that the proxy is. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure he'd do the proxy this time because clearly has the option not to in certain matches. But yeah, it looks like I think it's a good choice, and it is it's conservatively far back.
What's the Macarax you were talking about?
Yeah,
It's just to kind of throw off the opponent's scouting, right?
Yeah,
it's not meant to actually end the game.
Yeah, is he sending out a SCV to do a bunker or anything either? It's gonna there's the SCV going. So again, the drone missed it. But people have often said that like Eris is a little bit greedy at the very beginning. And so if you can get something like this down and make it disruptive enough, the drone is coming back though and may detect this, but there's a Marine coming as well.
So let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about this for a second. Eris has a great response of pulling 6 drones in total here. Gets the SCV. Okay, this is done. I thought he was going to make something happen with it. Well, SCV or the Marine could get some kills. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Eris and how good Eris is. So I've been seeing some talk about the drone mining and how it could potentially, again, nobody has any scientific data to back this up, but how it could benefit Zerg early game, later game, just because Zerg is, it's very economic focused race, right? You spam out a lot of drones, and then you wait to get a big wave of army kind of scenario. Now, is early pressure the only way to stop that?
I kind of think it is. Yeah, like you can cheat so much on the economic side, and you can expand cheaply and just kind of pump things out. And pumping things out quickly with like queen support is both defensive and economic to get the injects going, as well as your creep started. So it serves a lot of purposes to be greedy early on, and then you can just kind of follow up if you need to. And bots don't have a really good track record of if this was just a little bit north, then it would be really, really disruptive because it would cut off this like queen path.
Oh, can you not hit the units as they? Oh, I thought it was just in range.
Yeah, let's see.
I was about to compliment how good it is. Like, it still kind of messes with things though. Like scouts can now cannot.
It'll stop lings and stop drones. But what I was gonna say is that bots are not really good at like jumping on a key thing and targeting it. That one would get close enough, but yeah, so I think it's safe to be greedy, I think, a little bit, as long as you're not going to get slammed too hard, because BenBot, for instance, isn't going to do a great job at like jumping and targeting a queen down or targeting down like this hatchery, knowing that it's a bit more undefended or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think you can get away with it because it's slower. The kill is slower, so you can have time to make your units and everything.
That makes sense. Well, and it's really meant, just to slow things down, right? Just to basically throw a wrench in Eris's workloads here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking these update. I'm liking this so far, though. To be totally honest, it's a very light pressure, so it's not a big commitment, right?
Yeah. Here comes the Ravager. The tank is going to help here because it's going to start giving a little more range to cut off the queen routes, the drone routes, and then hopefully the Ravager. Although it's back really far. Yeah.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, this is smart. Really nice.
Yeah, if the tank was hugging the bunker, then it would be able to fire, but unfortunately not. And bunker is going to be lost in the next volley here.
Yeah. Well, that tank is going to be easy pickings too. Not a lot to defend it.
Yeah.
Nothing to defend it anymore. Okay. Eris is still super far ahead though, so did that really do what it needed to do?
Not really.
Not so much.
Yeah,
it looked really good.
It looked good, but it didn't do anything. If it had been just a few little adjustments, take a little further up to actually defend the bunker from the volleys would make a difference. If the bunker itself was like a hex up to cut off the queen route that was happening, then that's different. He also stopped producing Marines at 2. And so the bunker was never full of like 4 Marines.
Well, I think it was because he was trying to harass the third a little bit, right? He was just kind of sending, and again, it was just very light pressure. It wasn't meant to be game ending or anything. But I thought it would slow Eris down a little bit more than this, but Eris has 60 workers, huge army coming in, and just that production gap.
There's always the principle, like, and I think I've talked about this before, but the principle of forcing your opponent into something that you don't want them to be in the first place. So, this sort of bunker pressure kind of forces him into the Ravager opening, and you didn't really want him in the Ravager opening because you're defending with tanks and bunkers and depots yourself.
Yeah.
You didn't want him to do this. So sometimes it's a matter of you provoke the exact response that you didn't want in the first place. And we've seen that a few times where like somebody will force an anti-air response, or they're forced like,
a bunch of adepts.
Exactly. Yeah, I think of the adepts we had as the example before. Yeah, where he came in with a bunch of lings, caused his opponent to make a bunch of adepts, then the adepts walked across the map and killed them when they wouldn't have otherwise.
Yeah.
There's a point where that if you're forcing a counter, then you have to be prepared to counter the counter.
Yeah. Well, and BenBot did defend. It was just a little Ravager push, but he did defend it. And now, Ender Sword, we might get those battle cruisers out. Widow mines as well. look like they might be starting to be strategically placed. They could get a little, a few groups of wings or something.
Yeah, and we are going to get the battle cruiser starting to come out soon. Yeah.
That Ling knows that one of mine is there. Yeah. He will not approach. At least I think he knows.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's aware.
Ooh.
And they're kind of all over the place. I guess he's taking the extra bases, trying to limit things. But
did you see that message?
Which
the Queen Dropper Lord?
Yeah, Queen Dropper Lord.
Does that mean he's about to load up a bunch of queens to deal with these battle cruisers?
Maybe it looks like it.
He's got a lot of Hydras too. That's good.
Yeah, doesn't have it done just yet. It looks like he thinks he has it, but doesn't. So we're gonna get our first BC. I don't think it'll jump into the back right away. Sometimes does if BenBot has reason to think that there's no defense. It's still going to be a tough attack, even though, like, dropping some... Okay, it is going to jump into the back. Here we go, but there is... That's okay. There's room.
All right. Oh, wow, drones don't even care, actually. They took a little hit, but nobody really freaked out. That's good. So Battlecruiser is going to be able to pull back. There is no Spire just yet, I don't think. So, no...
No, going up to high already and going up to... Did he cancel it? I thought I just saw a Baneling.
Did he?
But, yeah.
Nah, probably finished. He's probably just got it somewhere. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, Eris is looking really strong, but you know what? Damn it, I still have hope for BenBot. He is a 3-base powerhouse. He's got Yamato finished. He's getting Drilling Claws. He's even got another base coming up. But, he has not been slouching. He is catching up in supply. And if he can hold a couple waves of Eris's attacks, he might be in a decent spot.
I think he might here. So he kind of did that magnet where they were attempting to attack that third base, but then the tanks drew fire and the army got split in half here. Now we got some roaches right on top of the tanks, but they'll have to push back.
That planetary's doing work too.
Yeah, nice burrows there, but it's not going to matter. This army, I think, meant to go all in on this third and didn't. Got split in half, and so it just ended up being ineffective.
Well, while it was an impressive hold, I would say economically, Eris is in a much better spot to be able to.
And even after this, which I would call a massacre, basically, is still up army supply by like 35.
Close the damn ramp, Ender Sword.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that just means close the depots on the ramp or something.
Yeah, and close ramp.
Yeah. Oh man, he really needs to close it. Oh, this creep spread is everywhere. Yeah. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, here comes a wave of roaches. Tanks are in place to be able to kind of shoot away, and Eris does pull back. So BenBot is desperately trying to take a fourth here, but there's nothing in place to defend it. I think Eris can just pounce on this. Well, actually, it gets pulled back into the battlecruisers.
Yeah, mentioning the Neural BC.
Oh, he is. I was like, wait, what's going on there?
There's the other one, Neural.
Oh, no. And he targets it down. Wow.
Yeah, as soon as he saw the first BC come in, that's when the Neural research started.
He just went straight for Infestors, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Eris really does have an answer to just about everything, it seems. Battle cruisers, I thought they were going to be the saviors with their Yamatos. And they still could get a Yamato if they can just hit the Infestors or, I don't know, something. But, oh man, BenBot is up against the wall, and he's been kicked a few times. Oof. Yeah. Where's our production tab? Can I get that back? Yeah. That. Ooh, there we go.
Really play into this now. A bunch of Hydras out, a bunch of, like, ahead on upgrades right across the board. The tech is just... Everything is built to counter all of this. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's again at that point where Eris can do anything. Eris will have every tool at her disposal, pretty much. Yep.
Indeed. I think it's just, a matter now of assembling up for a kill shot against that third base. Workers are okay. A lot were lost there at the third base trying to defend it. With the repairs, but the economy is still like a full third base. The fourth was taken out, obviously, during that.
Yeah, Liberator's a great choice, too, so we will be able to hold part of this, maybe even if he does hold this one wave. But No, the Liberator gets pulled out of place, actually. Marines stuck on the high ground as well.
Bungles all over the SCVs here just kind of negate all the repair attempts.
Oh, yeah, it's this
one medevac really trying to help this last guy hold on.
Hold repair!
He's doing pretty good that there finally goes down.
I gotta say, hero SCV, somebody build that man a statue. Alright, well, this again will hold for a little bit longer, but that is pretty much it. BenBot's going to be out of money. Oh, actually, BenBot seems to tap out.
Yeah.
I think I'm assuming.
Looks like it.
So is that going to become a thing now where the bots can just start tapping out, or do we just assume that he crashed? You know, it's.
I think.
How do we tell the difference?
I don't know. He probably did tap out in that case. I don't know.
Some bots do have a "I quit," command. Yeah. Once at this point, just leave the game.
Seemed about right. It's a tough one. When bots started doing that, we talked about it because I think there was one bot that did it once when they didn't know that they were winning. There was kind of like a base race situation. And so it's triggered. Whenever there's a tap out, there of course has to be a trigger to the tap out. But the moment you make a trigger to the tap out, it means the other bot's victory condition moves to the trigger to your tap out. Mm-hmm. So it's just a matter of if someone else knows what it is. And I think a lot of bots have gone with the if I have no command centers left, or if I have no mining bases left, or something like that, then tap out. And so we've seen that actually go wrong a couple of times at least.
Yeah, the base trade, that could absolutely come back to haunt you.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wanted to talk a little bit. We just had some updates. Again, these were the final round of updates. So all 8 bots you're going to see tonight have to make it all the way to the grand finals and win this on this update. But it was actually last update that the Queen Dropper Lord was reactivated for Eris. And then this update, we've got mostly some bug fixes. That seems to be a common note in all the updates for everybody. Fixed bugs here, bugs there, that kind of thing. But improved Ravager control during early game defense. And we saw a very nice showcasing of that. That was some very solid Ravager defense. So good update there. You can count that one successful, I think. But all right, Ender Sword. It's time for game 2. Let's see if BenBot can turn things around.
Slightly better bunker implementation could change this one. So let's
for sure
and see.
Oh yeah, it's map dependent sometimes. We'll see what happens. Game 2. Let's go.
Oh, like a
Team Eris
whistle almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Eris. Glaciers. BenBotBC.
All right, here we are on Berlingrad. Oh, did you fix it? Was that you?
I did fix it.
That's much better. Well, let me know if hopefully you can't hear my AC. I've got that running too.
It was the outside when the power was out. I opened my balcony because it got hot.
Gotcha. Makes sense. All right. Anyway, we are here. We're doing the much more aggressive bear. This time, BenBot does not care if it gets scouted, and actually, that kind of backfires.
That doesn't work too well. There's a reason you should care.
Yeah.
And this one the last one in a very, very passive position. This one in a super bold, like almost impossible to not see position, because like even I think just the normal path the drone would take to go to the other base, it would see it. So that's a pretty aggressive one. We'll see if he throws more SCVs after this one, because I think that's
Eris on that so fast. Drone is before it even gets there.
Yeah.
Oh no, SCV. All right, so this is really gonna slow it down. It might just slow it down too much to even make anything happen. Pool's not done just yet. And again, this is never an all-in really out of BenBot. This is just meant to do some annoying pressure. Oh, we're gonna get just one SCV. I thought 2 were going this time.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It could be. I don't know if there's any sort of like cut your losses programming to this. We've seen that to the extreme where if 4-gate bots proxy gets caught, just quits the game.
Oh, that drone instantly on that SCV. Oh, it's going to be close this time.
It'll depend how this moves. Okay.
Oh, that was a good move.
Take the long way. Yeah, I know. He's not going to get there.
Oh, it's so close.
Yeah.
No links have been produced, though, Endersword.
Yeah. It's true.
So I think this actually gets up. I think this actually gets up.
It probably gets up, but is that worse at this point? Because
a lot of lost
time. I would probably finish it, but then immediately float it.
Oh yeah, there's a ling out now, so yeah, it's
right?
not gonna do anything.
So you can't do anything with it. So like, I guess
I don't think it's even
the time in it. Like I wouldn't have, but if you're at this point, I would try and finish it and then float it away.
Oh, is it gonna finish? Oh
no.
Oh.
Yeah, this is just a disaster all around. And he's not taking any other action. This is the really
finishes, yeah.
Is it's not just that he's trying to do this; he's refusing to take any other action until it's done.
Oh boy! Well, he does cancel, so at least there is some recognition. There you go. That moment you were talking about, the cut your losses moment. And you know what? If BenBot throws down 8 more barracks and just does a big marine push, then maybe he wins.
Indeed.
But I don't know. I don't know if he'll do that.
Spoke.
Yeah. I mean, with 1,600 minerals, what else should you do at this point? Like, you're so far behind it economically, just in every regard, you're so far behind. Oof. Well, let's I guess get your voodoo magic or whatever you got at home, everybody. See if you can help BenBot win.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's like. It's almost like this part is more hard scripted than the rest, where everything is triggered on the previous completion, because he just held there. And even now with the like you said, everything. Yeah, I
can't even build a bunker, man.
Yeah, he's just really hard by this.
Can't even build a bunker. Loses another SCV. Ling being ever harassing. Yeah, no, this is. Yeah. Oh, this hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
he had a good run.
To make a difference. It just made a difference the other way.
Oh, welcome, Ketroc viewers. Thank you, Ketroc, for swinging by and sending some peeps our way. Yeah, we'll be able to see Ketroc bot very shortly. So, welcome to our first match, our first best of 3, everybody. Game 1 was a little bit better of a showing here, and unfortunately, just the map really did not help. And I wonder if it was the map that made him put the barracks right up in Eris's face, or if that was just he was going to do that regardless game 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It was oddly aggressive. It's hard to imagine you'd really pick that.
Yeah.
Unless you had a really good reason to, because it was almost like the first one was like designed to really be hard to scout, but it was very passive. But this one, you'd have to go to your way to not scout it. Yeah. It would be almost hard to leave your base without seeing it. So, string of lings coming in, looking for these stray marines, and we'll kind of pick them up. Because everything is delayed, there's really just no defense at all at home.
Oh, yeah.
Just not.
Oh, he's got the bunker, but yeah, it's really exposed, though.
Yeah, there's no tanks. That's still not even done, whereas usually there's like a couple tanks, maybe a widow mine there by now, but there's very weak.
So far back. Ooh, it hurts. Yeah. I gotta say though, we did see it in game 1. The Marine Marauder micro was pretty good. There was an update to that for BenBot, and man, BenBot did have a really good run this season.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, always seems to kind of outperform what people's expectations are.
What group was he in again? He was in Group D. That's right. So yeah, he had MicroMachine. He had 4-gate bot. He actually beat 4-gate bot.
And down by the Cullah.
Down by the Cullah, one of our new bots. So yeah, not an easy group at all, and he definitely did really well there. So. Oh, but this looks like it might be it. I'm not going to count him out just yet, but he is just so far behind. And against Eris, I don't think they're ever coming back.
I try and drag out the drama, but I am going to count him out. It's over.
Endersword's already at the scrap pile, just waiting.
We're just watching him die now. Yeah.
Watching the slow death of BenBot. Hey, you never Ben. If battle cruisers get out, maybe something can happen.
Well, and BenBot actually has traditionally been one of the ones that frequently it looks dead and then just defends very well, and then gets that sort of like overwhelming.
Look at this micro there. That was that update, baby.
Yeah,
that was nice. Yeah, he's definitely a dark horse. You could come back and when you least expect it.
Yeah, done that a lot of times. I just think it's really hard to do that against Eris, particularly from what we saw in the last game. That one of the keys to that working is that you eventually spiral into a battle cruiser count that is based on them always surviving and whatever. But we saw the ability to neural parasite them and just eliminate them. Like, a lot of bots can't deal with the battle cruiser teleporting away. They never learn to like jump it, but once you've got neural, you can stop that, obviously.
Yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, no, and there's no way neural's not going to be out in time for the battle cruisers. Infestation bit's almost done.
Yeah.
All right, well, BenBot has managed to actually get to a third base here and has finally spent all his money.
Yeah. Yeah, and I never know if this is quite a weakness or anything by Eris. I don't really think it is, but Eris doesn't often close out games when she could. So
it's risky to do that. Yeah,
that's it. I think it's risky to do it, but sometimes it's risky not to do it because you are giving people the comeback chance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something like when you're coaching people in like real like ladder games or something, to say like, don't just look at where you lost. Look at where you could have won and you didn't take the like chance because you didn't know or something. So I think there is something to say, because we've seen it happen a few times where a bot has won the game, absolutely, and then they sit back, and then someone does something like an extreme strategy to come back. That happens. So now, obviously, at max supply, we're seeing that happen, but there could have probably just been a push with the first like 12 lings, take out the bunker and win the game.
Yeah, probably. And again, it's that safe play. You know, wait till 200 and then attack, because you know if you've gotten to 200 supply, you're obviously in a good spot. You can start doing something. Man, I don't know. Eris is already scary enough. Do we really need Eris with that bloodthirsty instinct to just sense every weakness and kill you? Like, man,
we need a dark Eris.
Dark Eris. No, it kind of does allude to a point that I saw some bot authors talking about. How we haven't seen the full potential of these bots just yet. Even though Eris is so strong, humans can still beat it. So there's obviously some room to improve all across the board for every bot still.
Yeah.
But
and I think a lot of it is in the same area of decision making, and we've talked about how hard that is to truly do. And it's the area that, you know, it's the whole thing with AI. Human beings are way better at decisions than AIs are, but AIs are way better at dealing with complex things and information and whatever. But it's kind of finding exceptions and finding times when you should or should not do something. That's really where AI tends to fall down. So, you know, a lot of the applications in real life are focused on providing a lot of information and guidance with a human making the final affirmation that this is correct or not. So, but you obviously can't do this for these. So it's really hard to program in that sort of when is an exception to what you usually do, or when can I assess the situation and say, well, I think it's this.
Like Little League soccer, you just send them out and hope that you coached them correctly.
Yeah,
right.
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, exactly.
I guess you can't yell at the bots mid-game.
Yeah, that's what you can. I mean, they're going to do what they do anyway, too.
Yeah.
There's I don't know what little kid soccer is like. There's a phenomenon here in Canada. There's something called Timbits hockey, which is the little kid hockey.
Oh yeah.
And there's just, no matter what you coach kids to do, they will all chase the puck at all times. So you just have tons of kids on this big rink.
Isn't that the whole goal of hockey?
And just 10 of them are, well, kind of. Somebody's supposed to chase the puck. Just not all 10 people at all times.
All right. Well, that was a good game. A great best of 3 out of BenBot and Eris. But BenBot, we're tossing you in the scrap pile till next season. And Eris will move on and await her opponent, which will be decided in our next best of 3. We have got EvilZoe versus Ketroc coming up next. So a little Zerg versus Terran. Another Zerg versus Terran. Hell yeah.
Indeed.
Ooh, EvilZoe, 0% crash rate. That's not a lot of bots have a 0% crash rate. I think most of them have at least like a point something crash rate, right?
Yeah, almost everyone has a tiny bit. But
maybe Zoe is
itself
incarnate. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. So I mean, pure evil, obviously.
Again, last round of updates. Hopefully, you all were able to get updates in. Oh, I don't. EvilZoe's not telling us their updates. Ooh.
Oh, that's
secrets.
That's even more evil.
Oh, so evil. I mean, you don't want to tell everyone your evil plan until it's already unfolding, right?
True. You usually wait until you have the bad guy in your contraption.
Exactly.
And then tell them the whole plan. Yeah.
I like how you say bad guy, like it's from the evil person's perspective.
Yeah.
You know, from the evil person's perspective, the good guy is the bad guy.
Right? Yes. From my perspective, that's the Jedi who are evil.
Exactly. It's all perspective. Oh, and now we've got like a morphine.
That's it. We did. It did morph very well. We got a very close elo, very close win rate. Also, still a very low crash rate. Like this is definitely a matchup.
So I was talking just a little bit ago. Ketroc was playing around with battle cruisers recently as well. He's dabbling, and he's got a brand new battle cruiser build.
Ooh.
So we might get to see that. Some battle cruiser micro, better auto turreting logic, and some marine micro improved as well. We know he's been also playing around with some proxies and some marine play that has been, pretty effective.
Yeah, so, really adding a lot to the repertoire there.
Rounding it out nicely. Yes.
Apparently updating right to the last moment. We have occasionally seen Ketroc mess things up when he updates at the last moment, but I have faith.
We'll see. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't add to that crash percentage. But we are ready, everybody. Thank you once again for being here. This is day 6 of ProBots, a round of 8, and this will decide who moves on to our semifinals, which will take place next week. So again, make sure you check out our forum or check out our Crown Club. We've got a Discord as well, and we'll be doing an episode of PostBots tomorrow night with author of negativeZero. We've got Mind Me coming on, and I lied earlier. I thought he'd been on the show before, but I guess he is not. He's just always watching.
He's always watching the show.
Yeah, he's always there. But we're going to actually have him join us finally and chit-chat, so it'll be awesome. Again, check that out. If you're in the Crown Club, you can come hang out live. Well, let's go ahead and dive into our next best of 3. Again, we've got EvilZoe versus Ketroc, a ZVT here on ProBots. Let's go.
It's one thing about having no emotions.
So
I never
catchers.
EvilZoe.
All right, I need to stay in equidistant. Oh,
that's a monotone for the win.
Ketroc.
Ketroc.
All right, yeah, let us know in the poll, who do you want to win? Wow, a lot of votes tonight. Welcome, everybody. Hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in from Switzerland.
Ooh.
Hell yeah. No, thank you, everybody, for being here. All right, we've got Ketroc and EvilZoe on 2,000 atmospheres to start things off. And again, no more updates. This is it to the very end, the end of it all. What's going on here? Some SCVs just... Man, they went Rambo and are just... Wait, did he just pull all it? Did he just worker rush?
Yeah, you missed
that. What the hell? Yeah, I was not expecting Ketroc to worker rush.
It's working. So
I was literally not even watching the screen.
Yeah, that is what happened. He's kind of he's making use of what usually the defender does.
Yeah.
Right, which is duck into the pocket there, and then kind of making EvilZoe be the one to try and attack here.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
It will be pretty close. a lot of these SCVs are very, very low.
Got it.
But I think he's got it. Yeah.
Oh, maybe not. No, he doesn't got it.
Oh no, not at all.
He doesn't got it.
Close.
So now, did he leave a worker at home? Yes.
Maybe he just wants to play this game. This was the plan all along. He's got two versus two. 2 versus 2. We are in. I think he just wanted to play closer to like an original Brood War or like Wings.
I was gonna say this is like Brood War. You start with 4 workers or so. Oh
yeah, it looked like he had it. I think if he had the ability to prioritize down some of the weak ones, which I'm sure it does. Like it must be something super complex, but yeah, just kind of petered out.
Man, Ketroc. This is Ketroc's storyline. He's gone full evil Endersword.
Yeah,
he does the bad manners at the end of the game with the mules. Now he worker rushes. I mean, he was kind of forced into this going up against someone evil like Zoe, though. Like
something I'm super curious about now. Zoe canceled something.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, because look at the minerals. So she canceled something. Was it canceling a drone?
Must have been.
Which almost doesn't make sense. If you go to, I guess it wouldn't.
Well, I wouldn't say in Unis laws. No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but I mean that's the only thing it could be because it's the only thing he could build unless it was an extractor. But I don't think so.
We'll check it out tomorrow in post bots for sure.
Yeah, so it must have been a canceled drone.
Okay, look at that trade. So that actually really did favor Ketroc in the end, right? Because
it did. I mean,
kind of.
Yes, but yes, in one very mild sense. So, EvilZoe's side is slightly more mined out.
Yeah, I guess that's the literal only long-term ramification is the
so
300
less minerals over on
because they were both set to the equal workers again.
Yeah,
so...
and you can see them by the mineral loss count. That there's a phantom. There should be an exactly 300 difference between the two, and there's not. There's an additional fraction, so that should be.
It was hat first, according to Lord Sydney. There you go.
Yeah. Okay.
So he canceled the hatch after trying to go hatch first.
All right, that makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you for paying attention there, Lord Sydney. I really was just not even looking at the screen for the first minute of the game because. I didn't think Ketroc would do it. I never thought him capable of being so evil.
Yeah, I like that he's mixing in stuff like that because, I think one thing, you always get down to once the bots are really good, like once you're in like that top 5, top 10 position, which Ketroc has been for a long time, you can become predictable because you're playing that way. And I think having the ability to do like the extreme opposites is pretty valuable.
Oh, yeah, to be able to catch your opponent unaware and, totally screw up any update they might have because they might have updated or, your specific strategy that you usually try. And then, it just totally comes out. So, well, as it is, though, EvilZoe is just taking off here.
Yeah, and, Ketroc now going to expand.
Okay.
I guess this is the plan. Like, just now, the pool started. So, the old 4-minute, 40-second pool. And no gas has been taken yet, so presumably will be shortly. But Ketroc's been mining that, so it's just such an odd start that you've got to say, how does this mess with the way that the bots open? And I think if you kind of know on your end that, I know that we both just went down to like 2 workers. I am gonna cheat ahead, like where I'd usually take my gas at 15, I'm going to take it at 8 because that's appropriate or something. I don't know. It's hard to like a lot of them, I think, have their very opening part kind of a little bit more hard coded than some of the rest. Yeah. So if you disrupt something like that, it can really throw them off.
Well, this is not. I don't think it's thrown off EvilZoe. EvilZoe going for 4 bases really early.
I would say, and I don't know if this is the plan though, but 4 bases with no gas at all.
Wow, I didn't notice that.
Right. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Did anything throw off? There's just the first one now, and I think it's fine, kind of. I just don't know if that was the plan, because that's a pretty damn aggressive plan. If that was.
No, I think it's more just EvilZoe reacting to the state of the game and just how things because again they got reset to 2 workers.
Yeah, and I do think someone just did the math in chat, which I was trying to do in my head, which is 18 times 50 was 900, and we saw 937. and the 37 accounts for a gas, but it also accounts for a drone if he cancel the. But a gas makes more sense.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Well, we can review it later, but
Yeah, we'll review it tomorrow during PostBots. We always go check out highlights of the game. So another reason to join the Crown Club so you can come watch us analyze these games.
yeah,
There's a lot to unpack here sometimes. There's a lot to keep up with. These bots are very fast and do a lot at once.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah, sometimes things are literally instant. You can't even see that.
Oh, yeah. Well, there was one. It was like last week or the week before. I think Laddie clipped it or somebody. A Marine and a Stalker killed each other at the exact same time, pretty much. Basically, the Stalker got its shot off, but then the Marine killed the Stalker after the shot, but then the Marine died from the shot that was already out. Yeah. So, little things like that we don't always catch right away.
And it was full refund. Okay, so it was gas. Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
Good math, everybody. Good job.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think that's probably Endersword with the game music playing through there, Mike. Is that you? Yeah. I thought I heard that too, but I was like, I could have sworn I muted mine.
No.
Endersword. Where's your headphones today?
It's right here.
Not on your head.
Unless I'm echoing, I don't like them.
Yeah, no, you're fine. No, just
right.
mute that music and you'll be good.
Yeah.
All right. Here we are. EvilZoe's at 5 bits. So this actually was kind of an interesting experiment on who can economy faster from two workers, essentially, because both have speed mining.
Yeah.
And I'd say in the long term, this seems to have almost favored EvilZoe more. But is Ketroc just sticking with 2 bases? Was that just his plan?
And it might be.
Yeah, that's 2 base force. Yeah,
obviously economically it favored EvilZoe because EvilZoe just built 4 bases before even taking a gas, right? So, that's pretty obvious. But then Ketroc's tech path is way farther along, and we're going to see how that plays out when Banshees and Ravens start showing up at the front door.
He's going to do a 2 base, 200 battle cruiser push. That's my prediction right now. This is just light Banshee harass, but he's going to do 2 base battle cruiser. Nope, never mind. He's got a 3rd base float now and a 4th base starting right now. So here we go.
There we go.
Ketroc will now start to expand economically. Oh yeah, he had another one lined up in there. He had a 5th base. He's fine.
Yeah. So let's see. This I think has to get a fair bit done. So the burrow obviously going to help. That one didn't though.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, there you go.
No, this is actually really good. This really slows down the economy because no workers can get here now. So this effectively is shutting this base down. Queens don't seem to be too interested in helping out and doing anything. So
yeah, indeed. Yeah, I'm surprised the Banshees kind of like
here they come
now. But Zoe predicting kind of everything and even calling out Ketroc for misgendering her.
Oh yeah.
Which makes
come on, 2022. Can't do that.
I think he's a turf or something. I forget what the words are. But we'll come in to try and swing at the drones again. The Ravens may help, but there's Queens now there to support.
Just thinking like in the future when there's like sci-fi tech like cyberpunk, you can become like an android. Bot will be a gender.
Bot will be. That is true. That is true. That will definitely be the case.
I'd be a bot. That's what I want to be one day. I actually have tattoos on my leg that make me look like a robot. True story.
Ooh, nice.
True story.
Nice.
Anyway, Banshee.
The player Kane, Canadian player, Zerg player. He had. He's missing a leg, and he had his prosthetic limb was a Zerg themed one for a while.
That's sick. Oh, Hyperflight Rotors looks like it kicked in, or was that just the Banshee doing some fancy maneuvers?
I think that might just be fanciness. I didn't see it finish, but maybe it has.
It just looked like he moved really fast to get away from there. Anyway.
Yeah, maybe it is done. He does usually get it.
Oh, this planetary is not finished, so the Zerglings are going to start wreaking havoc. Oh, it's so close to being done.
Yeah.
SCVs can't repair in time. Okay, we are going to get some shots off, but I think it's going to go down. Well,
yeah, there's a lot of damage. Well, we'll see if anything comes to defend it. There's a lot of damage. Yeah, it's going.
Ba-boom. All right, so EvilZoe takes down Ketroc's 4th, but he does have that little outlier base that I don't think EvilZoe's even seen yet. So that could prove to be really, really helpful in helping Ketroc maybe make a turnaround. I don't know.
Yeah, he's killing so many workers. That's the problem here. He may not. I think he will get the base, but even if he didn't, he just emptied the mineral line. And yeah, it is going to go down here.
Oh boy.
Natural. Just looking to support, like planetaries do a ton of damage, but you need something else doing the damage as well.
Yeah, well, something to buffer, right?
Planetary, yeah.
Yeah. Well, my prediction might come true. I actually predicted EvilZoe to move on here.
Indeed. Yeah, that is what I put as well. I think it was, I kind of curious if we see the same start. That could have easily gone, like, the other direction in terms of just straight up winning the fight. It kind of makes me wonder now too, like while it stabilized to a 2-2 worker position, if he had just brought an extra SCV, would he have just won the game there anyway?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it really was an interesting start. We've never really seen the 2 workers start before for both bots. That's essentially what it got set to. But yeah, no, that was a fun game, though. An interesting attempt to really slow down EvilZoe and just getting an advantage, you know. And I guess had Ketroc maybe even gotten Zoe down to 1 worker, you know, how much of a difference would that have made? 2 versus 1 workers right at the start.
Yeah.
You know, would that really have given Ketroc all the time he needed to get battle cruisers or whatever he was going for?
Yeah, something like that. I mean, again, you can see where there's close things that happen, like when he first attacks that 3rd base, the planetary is not done at the moment. Yeah. If you delay that other worker 15 seconds, it is done. Yeah, things just have knock-on effects like that.
He's got a mule and a dream and a couple banshees.
There we go. Trying to rebuild. Trying to rebuild.
Oh,
yeah, certainly died with a little bit more of a bank there. Yeah.
This is the most BM I think I've ever seen Ketroc be in a game.
Yeah, there's mutas coming now.
Coming. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
One muta's got it. Okay, here we go. Still, though, fun game. Ketroc absolutely can turn things around game 2. He seems to really have quite the diverse set of builds. It's almost taking the tier approach. We've seen tier be usually our bot with the most diverse amount of builds, and you just never know what he's going to throw at you. And Ketroc's starting to fill that mantle a little bit, so I like it. It's nice to see. All right. What is going to happen at game 2, Endersword? Are we going to get our Marine proxy? Are we going to get Battle Cruiser Rush?
No. I mean, I think that at least indicates to me that Ketroc thinks that going in with something cheesy is going to be to his benefit. So
it has before.
See something again like that. And I think you have to say that if you're kind of like, you're a bit of a macro bot and they're a bit of a macro bot, and you don't want to play that game, then obviously you have to deviate from that. And that's kind of what we were saying, or else you're just kind of running yourself into a brick wall. So I do anticipate that it'll be something, whether it's the same thing. I kind of would like to see the same thing again, but I know that often a bot will not repeat something if they've lost with it.
Yeah.
So,
I think Ketroc especially doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Typically. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking he's going to be able to turn it around. Now, this will be a bit of a sad story once again for him, though, if he does fall to EvilZoe here.
Yeah.
Because he has been denied a chance to fight Eris for a long time. It is actually, I don't think it's ever happened in ProBots.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very close to happening multiple times, but it's never actually happened. And if he wins here, he could go on to face Eris.
It's true.
In the semifinals. But we'll see. We might have a ZVZ if EvilZoe plays like that once more. EvilZoe's so good. Always has a backup plan. But I don't know. I believe in the battle cruisers. I've still got some Terran hope. I did vote for a Terran to win the whole thing. So maybe I'm biased.
There you go.
Who knows? But let's see what happens. Game 2 is ready. Thank you all once again for being here. Day 6 or round of 8 here on ProBots. Let's go.
Soup catchers.
EvilZoe.
Ketroc.
Ketroc.
Wow. 26 votes, Undersword. That's like the
Okay.
most votes we've ever had. For anything.
It is. It's the Ketroc crew
Oh, yeah.
in their opinions. That which way did it go? What's our vote?
73% want Ketroc. 27. Oh, just changed another vote.
Homers, all homers. Yeah.
All homers? What?
Homer is like supporting the home team, like a.
Oh, I thought you were making another Simpsons
Oh,
reference.
no, like a sports broadcaster that clearly is cheering for one team.
Gotcha. No, I'm just happy that these bots can give us such good games. I'm honestly happy with any bot that moves on, because we are at the point where we're seeing the best of the best.
Yeah. Yeah,
I am really excited to see these against humans.
Ooh,
Hatch Roach build. A little Roach action here. Okay.
nice.
Free Hatch Roach. Yeah, no, are you going to play against the bots once they're ready?
I will definitely try them. I think there's a bunch now that are pretty much, unless you do something sneaky, it's going to be hard to deal with.
And it's a lot easier now to play against the bots. So again, we'll update you all on the forum. That'll be in the next week or so, maybe a little more than a week. We will have the bots available to play, and you will play against them and submit replays to us of those games, and we'll have our humans versus bots show match. So again, join the forum to stay up to date with what's going on there. And again, we've got lots of really good bots to play against. We'll have negativeZero. We'll have it depends kind of who wins too, I think, actually, because don't we only we do like the top six.
I mean, we pretty much, people just program it in, and then you can,
if it works, we usually take it, because
Yeah,
there's not always a lot
yeah.
of bots, but
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I think you can play against Ketroc, usually against Tier, against MicroMachine. So I think Sharpened Edge too, wasn't he on the list?
yeah. Oh,
Top 8. Oh, the top 8. There you go. Okay.
Sweet.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
We've got a lot
It's
of
going to be
bots.
interesting with like the adept style. If that is playable, then that's cool.
Ooh, that Overlord bear. Oh, wait, what killed it? Hold on. We missed it. Did something like lift? Oh, he probably scanned, right?
I don't know if he did or whether.
Overlord lived, or maybe it was dumb and like left the pillar or something. I don't know. Either way, it supply blocked EvilZoe. Blink and you miss. That's what happens.
Actually, that raises an interesting question. Are bots aware of when other things can't see them, or do you just kind of have to tell it?
I would imagine you could program that in. Like, if you are here and they don't have an air unit within this range, they can't see me, right?
Yeah.
Or a scan or something, because they can detect a scan. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Bots feel Endersword? Do they have feelings?
Sure. I don't know. I think they have feelings, but not love. I think most of the feelings are being hangry.
I get hangry. I was hangry earlier today, actually.
All bots need a Snickers bar at all times. Something like that.
Oh, no, stop. We're not supposed to talk about food, Endersword. I go down rabbit holes.
Uh-oh.
And go down tangents. Talk too much about food. Anyway, EvilZoe has 3 bases, seems to have chilled out with the eco a little bit, and might do a roach push. We did see the roach.
That was the indication. And roach push into a BC.
There it is. Hot damn.
Yeah,
Battlecruisers. Battlecruiser will save the day, Endersword. Mark my words. This is going to happen. We're going to have some epic battlecruiser action. 2 battlecruisers on the way currently. I would imagine Yamato will get researched very shortly as well. The Burrow, though, could prove to be a little bit annoying. It always makes it a game of whack-a-mole, especially, the battlecruisers have nice damage, but it takes a little bit to kill a roach with one, even 2 battlecruisers. The roach will have time to burrow, typically.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Indeed.
We'll see how this goes.
Answered the question, by the way, that he lifted the racks to see the Overlord.
There it is. Okay, yeah, that's what I assumed. Well, I didn't see a Rax there,
We've
so he
seen
must
that
have
before.
brought
It's
it
at the
down.
top of the ramp, so I think he only had to move it a bit to see.
Okay, brought it down a little. Nice. All right, yeah, there's Yamato is on the way. I'm really surprised EvilZoe hasn't taken a fourth just yet, but I would imagine very soon that will happen.
Yeah, unless this is kind of meant to be an all-in, although we'll see, because it definitely said like the 3-base route sort of thing. Battle Cruiser just went for the main, yeah.
Oh boy. Oh wow, yeah, really disrupting mining. Workers are going to be able to burrow and hide though, so that's nice. There's not really an answer to battle cruisers, but this handful of queens, and that
Especially like 2 of them, yeah, is a lot.
That's
Like,
enough.
I mean, I guess this is kind of the answer, ignoring them.
yeah, and just actually countering, and the roaches are going to get massive damage here at the natural. Battle cruisers still harassing. Once Yamato is done, that's really going to be the big problem because queens will start to get sniped off really quickly. But that being said, these first 2 battle cruisers have taken a lot of damage.
Yeah, and there's 2 more coming out, and they may be able to halt this roach aggression, although there's a lot of them here. They're going to get a lot done before they get taken out. There's spores down. Burrow is now there. That's a bit of a game changer.
Oh, that's huge, because now even the defense isn't going to be as strong, because like I was saying earlier, it becomes a game of whack-a-mole. Battlecruiser actually just dips out and decides, I don't want to defend.
Now,
And
this
we'll
is
go on
a
the
case.
aggressive.
This is a case where the
Well, he's going to get this report.
yeah, the BM floating a building off might be
Actually,
good.
yeah, might be good, because if he goes into the base
definitely
trade.
with Yamato done, you could definitely kind of stalk over these locations. Yamato the spores. Nothing shoots up at the moment. He's not really adding much to the mineral count. Can't even really making 2 queens now, but very empty.
Well, he's a little afraid of the spores, though. So
Yeah. Well, but he can. That's you can Yamato them if you get good enough.
I lied. He's not afraid at all. He just you do another things.
Here it's not today. Let's see here. So he's saving at least so far a bunch of the SCVs in the command center, but it's just, can he suppress enough of mining at 3 different bases to make this work? And yeah, the burrow movement and heals means that these roaches are immortal.
Well, he's not going to lift the base. The command center is going to go down, or the orbital goes down.
Oh yeah, no,
I think EvilZoe's got it. Yep.
I'm surprised he didn't lift something off, because he did last time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty much a base trade scenario there. Again, I think if Ketroc had had a little bit more time and even just lifted a base, I think he could have won with those battle cruisers.
Yeah, I think if he had not tried to defend at home, lifted to the corner, and then said, and again, this is an example of one of those, like, how could you ever tell bots that that's an option?
Yeah.
That if you suppress the mineral lines completely, then he can't possibly tech to something.
Yeah, well, and how do you even teach a bot to identify what's going on? You know,
it would be an odd situation, to the point that, like, it's you could never really code that in to know that was an option.
Yeah. Well, thank you again, Ketroc viewers, for being here. Sorry you got to watch this, but we're going to go toss Ketroc bot into the scrap pile. Endersword's going to take care of that for us.
Yeah.
But he will be back. Do not worry, and do stick around. We do have more games.
He's in here.
We have some. See ya. All right, that was it. It wasn't as bad as I thought. negativeZero and Tier are coming up next. That is going to be an epic game. It's one of our only. It actually is our only remaining random bot. So Tier going strong. negativeZero, one of our strongest Protosses to ever grace the scene. So we'll see what happens there. And then who's our last matchup? MicroMachine, DominionDog. That is also going to be epic. So stick around. We highly recommend it. We're going to talk a little bit more about our human versus bot show match, which will take place again on the 27th. Our grand finals will be so epic. Make sure you tune in. But make sure you tune in next week as well, because we will also have week 7, our semifinals, once we're all done tonight. But yeah, that's it. Anything you want to say before our break?
Nah.
Did I get it all? Nah.
Stick around.
That's a good thing. Yeah, stick around. We got a little 5-minute break, and then we're going to be back here on day 6 of ProBots with even more bot games. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you soon.
That makes sense. Yeah.
We're back. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. We have an exciting best of 3 coming up here. 2 more best of 3s coming up. Also, 2 more eliminations, 2 more bots will get tossed into the scrap pile to decide our semifinals. We already have our upper bracket semifinals decided, Endersword. We're going to have a ZVZ, Eris versus Eris versus EvilZoe. That is going to be epic next week. But we've got to decide our lower bracket. Who's coming up next?
Well, we've got Tier versus negativeZero. Tier, our random bot.
Only remaining random bot.
Yeah, your only remaining random bot. And the randomness has really played a lot of the role in whether Tier wins or loses. So depending on race choice, we've seen a lot of very different things out of Tier. negativeZero, though, one of the strongest Protoss bots that we have now, in the past at least few seasons, definitely the strongest, but will be interesting to see what Tier's responses are. negativeZero often quite aggressive pretty early on, but that can be a bit harder against a random opponent because you won't know exactly what to do depending on their opening. So
yeah,
well,
who knows? Yeah, no, it's this is going to be crazy. So this will actually, so we've got 2 Zerg up top. That means only 1 Zerg could move on to the grand finals.
Yep.
So that means we're guaranteed a Zerg versus either a Protoss or Terran grand finals.
or a random.
Or random. I'm sorry. Yeah.
A Zerg. Yeah, kind of.
I'm so used to Tier being Protoss, I just forget sometimes. Oh, sorry. I keep moving around a lot. My mic's fluctuating. I gotta sit still, Endersword.
Happens.
All right. So let's go ahead and pull up our bot info again. negativeZero versus Tier coming up next. Let's talk about their updates here. Let's see what they've got for us. Sec. How y'all doing? Thank you all for being here, by the way. Day 6. This has been a great week, or a great season so far. Season 2. First time doing the group stage format, and it worked really well. So thank you all for bearing with us as we try new things. But negativeZero, are we going to get those stats? Show me the bot stats, baby. We did get a final submission for negativeZero. Both our mics just got quieter. Well, I just turned it down because it was too loud, but now it's... I can't make them happy, Endersword.
I don't know, whenever
I just cannot please production.
It's always like, yo.
Oh, okay, we'll see if anything anyway. Yeah. What do we got? negativeZero. He is super strong. He won 2 seasons ago, and he's actually going to be joining us. The author will be joining us tomorrow to talk about his bot and its first time being able to play against humans, and that will be coming up very soon. But that is exciting. Hopefully, you can all hear us. Are we still having mic troubles? I don't know.
I don't know what's actually coming through. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have permissions or anything. Here's Tier. Here is our random bot. Tier. Is this good right here? I'm good here. Oh my god. Too loud? Is that too quiet? Too loud?
Okay.
I don't know what you want from me. Endersword talk. They don't like it.
Well, here is Tier. Tier is random. Exactly 1900 elo with a bunch of randomness in its win rate as well. Tier now part of a coding team with Team Infinite Improbability Drive instead of just our old single coder. But yeah, definitely. I guess particularly if you're going to go random, you obviously need to have people working on many different things. And yeah, so that's always an option. And there's definitely a diversity of builds in this, and it's certainly improved just over the last season to this season. So never quite know what to expect at a Tier. As someone said in chat, Tier being a random bot on top of Tier just being a random bot is, extra level random.
Double random, yeah. He does random things. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed by both these bots' change logs. They're both the longest so far of all of them. Tier has specific updates, and we'll actually for each bot that he could face pretty much. But we'll talk a little bit more about both these bots' updates as we hop into our next best of 3. Again, here we are on ESChamps ProBots Day 6. We have got negativeZero versus Tier. This will decide who moves on into our semifinals. for next week. Let's go ahead and hop into it right now.
Mind me's.
negativeZero.
Team infinite improbability drives.
Tier.
Is that a setup for a joke? I'm expecting a joke here. An SCV, a probe, and a drone are on the same mineral patch.
Yeah, what would be a good punchline to that?
Yeah, it feels like a joke setup there.
Yeah. I don't know, something like, I don't know, the probe says to the SCV, why the long face?
But
That
get
works
out.
better. It works better for a horse in a bar. So
Yeah.
I don't know. There's got to be something there.
That'll be our challenge for next
Yeah.
week. Come back with a joke.
The biggest issue is neither drones or probes talk. So I think it has to be the SCV saying something.
Sure they do. Probes communicate through little beats
They
and
do their
words and
little
stuff, right?
words.
Yeah, it's talking. What is talking but making noises out of your mouth so something else understands you?
That
Right?
is true. But are we implying the probes are speaking in an understandable way to other, because other Protoss apparently just speak English.
No, it's the translators doing that,
Yeah. Okay.
obviously.
Well,
Well,
then
no, technically they speak through telepathy,
The
right?
Kala,
Because they
yeah.
don't, so through the Kala. So technically,
they don't
if
have
you're
mouths.
speaking that way, you're speaking more with emotion and feeling,
True.
almost portraying what you want to say through that. You know?
So then the probes are literally getting in your head and being like, hey, womp.
Yeah, pretty much. Sweet.
Like, okay,
that.
thanks, probe.
What the hell is going on here, Endersword? All right, so Tyr got Zerg, and we've seen his Zerg struggle a little bit from time to time,
Yeah.
but we'll see kind of what happens here. negativeZero going for a little bit of a proxy adept attack here.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, let's look at
Yeah,
these
I mean,
updates.
and we see this. Yeah, we've seen this obviously a fair bit out of negativeZero, where we get the adept overwhelm. A number of lings being made here, 10 at a time right now, and still adding on more to it. So looks like he's either preparing to get aggressive or at least preparing to really, really greet these adepts in style. And it looks like he's going to have a fair number of lings and speed done probably at the time that the adepts actually come up to his side of the map.
Yeah, I'm looking at the updates here. For negativeZero, it does just feel like a lot of quality of life changes here.
Mhm.
Just making things a little more assertive when killing workers and making sure units stay grouped properly. And he's even actually worked in a counter table to deal with multiple warp prisms. Remember when we saw it? That
Yeah,
was Shark
That
Mess.
was really good.
It was
Yeah,
different.
I certainly hope we see more of that next season.
I just love that he's already got a counter for it. He's like, nope, I'm not letting that, not dealing with that.
Got to stay on top of things.
Yeah.
So I think we're about to get the attack coming in here soon. I'd say in the next maybe round of adepts, after the warp in here, we're probably going to go. It times out really well with the speed being done on these lings. I wonder what put him behind schedule there. He's saying he's 8 seconds late on launching this. So speed, again, will be done. Tons of lings are going to be there.
He's going to need him. Oh, if he could get a big surround right here. Actually, the shade cancels. That's good for a negativeZero. But now he's going to have to start kiting back. And I think the lings should be able to get some good damage done. But will they be able to get back on
They're
the
gonna.
workers?
Oh, they retreated. They could have finished 2 of those off at least, but they want
interesting.
to be in position there.
Oh, they went back because 2 of the
They-
adepts finished their shade. I see.
Yeah, they wanted to.
Yeah.
Finish them off. But yeah, cleaning that up very, very.
Wow, Tyr's looking
Now,
real strong right
I'll
now.
say though, and he'll be able to take out this position and shut this down. I will say though that he sacrificed basically like 17 drones to do this, because of course so much went into these lings. But now if he goes on the offensive, and it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do, then it could take out the natural or potentially just straight up win it based on this Ling Flood.
Yeah. Well, we're seeing this is the specific. Oh, nice shade. Yeah, he got out of there. But actually, that lets the Zerglings get in now.
He couldn't have gotten out of there. Yeah, he should have gone.
Well, I thought he was going to come then from behind and start attacking, which he's kind of doing. But
I guess it's what he's doing. But yeah, he's going to lose everything. He needed to have that in single file mode.
Absolute chaos right now. Yeah. Zerglings everywhere doing damage. Depths are starting to clean it up slowly, and I think they will eventually get this to stabilize. But this was Tier's update specifically against negativeZero. He added as a Zerg a 2-base Zergling all in. So I think this is we're just going to see Zerglings until it either wins or loses here under Sword.
Yeah, and he's getting some worker kills to stabilize it down. I think he had a lot of spread out damage there, though. He could have wiped out several buildings. He could have depowered that stuff, but instead he like took the shields off every building and then stopped. So that's a bit unfortunate because now the initiative is definitely back on negativeZero's side, and this is a lot of adepts now that have built back up and no longer the same strength. But he is transitioning, so there is going to be a layer. So this isn't all in. But now he has to deal with this.
Yeah, that is interesting for a 2-base Ling all in to get the layer there. So maybe there is a follow up. Oh, actually, yeah, it looks like he's trying to take a third. Wow.
Let's see what these can get done because this is definitely a lot, and this could just end the game right now.
Yeah, no, the adepts are going to be too much. It was exactly what you've talked about earlier. We talked about it. The adepts specifically, how you kind of forced a lot of adepts. I mean, I think the adepts was always the plan.
The adepts were the plan. Yeah, the adepts were the plan, then the Ling counter. But you have to say your Ling counter has to either win or you're facing just more of them.
Yeah, just more adepts. And you can't just make more Lings to deal with this many adepts.
And I think it has to then be what's your objective with the Ling Flood. And it seemed just a little random that it was just kind of attacking whatever. And I think it had to be either take it the natural or something.
Wow. I thought Tier, I really thought Tier almost had it there for a second.
Yeah.
It was really strong hold. And
yeah, I think again, if you just hand those Lings that were in the main base to someone else, like to any person, they would find a way to win with those, but it just spread out
the damage too much.
Yeah, just way too many things. Didn't actually kill anything in the end of it. Like got some workers, but not nearly enough. So yeah.
All right, well, let's see what happens here. Again, Tier is a random bot, so we could spawn as either Protoss or Terran or Zerg again. It seems a lot of the time random bots just get the same race twice in a row. Wasn't the case, though, last week.
No.
So that was good. And we do have more updates from Tier as well, depending on what happens, what race he gets. So he added specific ones for each race against negativeZero, and then just a couple things against MicroMachine and DominionDog should he move on, because that would be his next opponent.
Yeah.
If Tier can move on. But negativeZero is in a good spot here and just needs to get one more win. And I don't know. This is going to be hard to call. Oh, I know what race Tier is. I'm not going to tell you all.
No, start secret.
Build the suspense. Are we ready? Can we just dive in? I think there was 1 minute too many on that timer.
Yeah.
I think we're ready. We're ready. We're going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, game 2. Let's see if negativeZero can seal the deal or if Tier will be able to random his way back into this game, into the series here. Let's go.
Right.
Mind me's.
negativeZero.
Team Infinite Improbability drives.
Tier.
Yeah, Ketroc made a good point in chat there. If the Lings had just gone to the probe line and wiped that, it would have put him in such a good spot.
Yeah. I think like that to me would have been the ideal, because the thing you're trying to catch up on that, you just cut a lot of your own drones to be able to do that. So at least you have to equalize that. But I think it's almost a situation where if they had gone for anything, any valid target, like if they had taken out the cyber core, if they had taken out the power to the gateways, if they like, there's a lot of key things that could have been taken out and didn't do it. They just didn't do anything. I mean, not nothing, but like killed some workers. But yeah, there's
not
also
enough. Didn't do enough.
one thing with like Lings too, and this is again another like kind of, it's hard to make this decision sort of things, is if an army's out of place and you get in by them, that can seem really good because you're like, well, I evaded everything, now my Lings are in the main. That's usually going to be good. But if it's an army that is good against you, then that army kind of floating out there ends up cutting off all your reinforcements and will eventually, through attrition, take you out.
Yeah.
So if you make the decision to evade the army, then you must do game-winning damage because the army will come back and eventually clean you out. So you have to then be prepared for that. There's a lot of, again, you see that in like ladder games and like with people, that someone will like come in with like a doom drop or something and take out tons of buildings and feel like they've done tons of damage, and then you just take the army that you already had and go kill them. And then they're like, I've had a number of people be like upset, like I did so much damage to you though, how did you win? And I'm like, because you did damage to the future and you did none to the present.
Yeah.
And that's it. So I killed you with the present instead of waiting for the future, and you gave your army away to do that future damage. And so that's kind of what we saw.
Yeah. Had the game continued and had I not attacked you, that damage would have been really good, but you just lost, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
anyway,
so
we've got Tier doing Marauder all in by the looks of it.
Yeah, kind of an interesting placement here that he's got one of the racks hit him, but then he's running the Marauders back.
Yeah, well, I think it is just to kind of throw off negativeZero scouting, so negativeZero doesn't get a bunch of shield batteries or Immortals. Actually, we do see the Robo facility coming down right now, so Immortals might be very short. So these Marauders actually need to go, I think, and start doing
and I don't even know if they intend to go. I think it might be the same sort of thing where they intend actually to keep these right here and absorb the Adept hit, but I don't know if an Adept hit is coming because we got a Stalker.
Yeah, well, sorry, I think he's going straight for Immortals.
I think he is as well. So okay, they're moving out now, so maybe he is going to go. He's also getting stem. It's going to be a while, but getting it.
He's got concussive shell, so we will be able to take down those stalkers a little bit easier should they come down the ramp too far or anything like that.
Yeah, he's going to have to get Immortals out to defend, which is obviously the plan. Yeah.
Will he get an Observer first, though?
Because right now he's got nothing.
Well, yeah,
he's got clearly Jack. Yeah.
Oh no, it's Observer first.
Yeah, Observer.
negativeZero does sense the proxy Marauders, though. He finally is wise as to what's happening. These Marauders are just going for it, man.
Yeah.
They are going straight up the ramp. Actually, now they're starting to kill workers. I think, kind of like you said to the last game, he needs to get the critical damage done, and at this moment, I think killing the Stalkers is going to be able to give him that.
Yeah, I would have thought too. I think the ramp may be messing with him because when they come down far enough, he turns. Okay, now that he almost had it to the breaking point. I think if he gets high ground vision, they would go all in on that. But now they're losing. Now there's not enough.
Yeah, I was going to say if he could maybe clear out the workers, then he would have enough to be able to push up there, but because he would stop getting distracted. But oh man, Tier almost making it work here.
Yeah. So hopefully he aborts this and goes to something defensive.
This is all in, baby.
And so this looks like it's going to be...
wait for Stim to finish. If he could get a couple Marauders with Stim grouped up here, he could still take out these Stalkers. Man, Marauders do so good against Stalkers.
Yeah. Goodbye. Yeah, he can.
War Prism's about out now, though, so micro potential for negativeZero is about to get off the charts here. It does get one Stalker finally.
Stem finishing now.
Yeah, I think it's just a little too late. There's just not enough. Tier needs to group up and get like 4 or 5 Marauders before going in, but he's just coming in with one at a time, and it's not enough.
Yeah, and he's eventually going to hit the Immortal once it comes out. Yeah, this is a little better. No, the pickup here is really going to mess with him. Now he can't even target wins. What the hell happened there?
Oh man.
Yeah, now he's really gonna mess with them.
What did just happen there? I missed it.
I don't know. I thought the Marauder that shot died, and then he unloaded the Stalker and it died.
Into the Marauder shot, maybe? I don't know.
I have no idea what happened there.
We'll look at that again. It's one of those, one of those weird bot things again.
Yeah.
Well, I think Tier might be a little bit down and out here. I think he doesn't have enough to make this happen with even just one Warp Prism and this many Stalkers.
Yeah.
The micro potential is so strong. With Blink as well, too. So it's going to be so hard to kill Stalkers at this point. Well, he gets one as I say that, but you get the point.
Yeah, and there's the Immortal that hasn't even joined the
We
fight.
canceled the Warp in. That's what it was.
Oh, is that what it was? It looked like a Stalker dying, but yeah, that makes sense.
Well, isn't that when you cancel the Warp in, it does the death animation, doesn't it? For it?
Yeah. I think it kind of evaporates. I think he had dropped like a Stalker raid at the exact same time, so it looked like it blew up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Tier with some aggressive builds trying to make it through, but negativeZero is just a little too good at reading the situation and had just the right units to deal with it. It was a good try, though. Hey, Tier made it really far this season as random. Big improvements from the last season.
Yeah.
So I'm super impressed there. Big improvements added here. It's too bad because he also had updates, again, a specific update for MicroMachine and DominionDog. Nothing like cheeky or anything. It just said, added a specific build, but
yeah, it's kind of a like when you look at both these games, it's like the build that Tier did was both of them are right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like making Marauders into Stalkers and making a Mass Ling into Adepts, both of those things are right. It was just then the execution of it when the actual attack came that were bled out units and stuff.
Like not grouping up your units. So because if you had 4 or 5 Marauders there, those Stalkers are going to get like one shot with Stim.
Yeah,
and you could absolutely snowball that, but he just kept coming in one at a time. It was unfortunate, but hey, yeah, great job, good job, Team Infinite Improbability Drive. Tier again looking strong as always. I have no doubt we'll see him in next season. But we have got one more best of 3. So negativeZero. So far, I'm 3 for 3 on predictions, by the way.
Yes, me.
So this is the big one, though. I chose DominionDog to win it all, Endersword. He doesn't get through this stage.
You did.
I look like a fool. But we'll see what happens. One thing to do, actually, let's take a look at these. Huh?
I bet this one is torn in the predictions. We've got.
Let's take a look at some people's.
Yeah.
What do we got? Can we take a look at the bots while we do this? Let's take a look at MicroMachine and his stats. Now, the one thing to really keep in mind is MicroMachine is not regularly updated these days. Obviously, still one of the most strongest bots we've ever had. It's still really hard to beat. But DominionDog might have something special. Let's see here. I'm looking at the final submission. Build against negativeZero, a little against Ketroc. Looks actually like this is the one bot he didn't, either that or he's not telling us. It's the one bot he didn't create an update for, was MicroMachine. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be interesting. And yeah, great ELOs across the board here.
Yeah, in our 12 prediction brackets, it's 6 to 8. A 6,
wow.
6
okay.
predicted MicroMachine wins, 8 predict DominionDog wins.
Okay. All right. I dig it. All right, get your votes in. Who do you want to win? MicroMachine, DominionDog. Thank you all once again for being here. This has been an excellent day 6, our round of 8 out of the group stages, and then next week will be our semifinals. So again, make sure you check out our Crown Club and our forum and bookmark all that stuff so you can be here. And this year we will have our humans versus bots once again, or this season rather, and it is going to be epic. Endersword.
It will be.
Bots. I know I say it all the time, but they literally are getting better every season. The fact that they're still not beating humans means there's, room to improve. I'm sorry, they are beating humans, just not all humans.
Just not the best. I feel that over time too, our quality of humans that we showcase in the playing has increased.
Oh, absolutely.
We used to kind of be like, here's a silver and a gold and a platinum and whatever, and now we're
you
like,
you were the carry in it for a little bit there too.
Exactly. At the start, like, it was usually like me all killing, but now it's like, okay, here's like 3 GMs and like whatever. So yeah, our representatives have gotten a lot stronger.
For sure. So yeah, check that out again. Join the forum or bookmark the forum. You'll get all the information you need from there to be able to download and play against these bots. That will be, I don't know, about a week or so. So make sure you stay tuned. All right, Endersword, it is time. Our last best of 3 of the night here. One more elimination. We've got a TVT. One of these will be going in the scrap pile. Will it be MicroMachine? Will it be DominionDog? Never count out DominionDog. You know, he's one of those dark horses that can absolutely sweep the floor if you're not ready for him. Sweep the floor with you. Anyway, let's go. Best of 3's ready. Start it.
RR and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
Rap RR and unusuals. Team DominionDog.
MicroMachine. DominionDog.
We're here. Is it ready? It's time.
I think so.
I'm sending a thumbs up emoji text message to let them know that I received their message.
Excellent.
Important. All right. Endersword, what is going to happen? What is happening? Wait, I saw Proxy. Oh, okay, no, he's just going.
Looks like the early expand. Yeah, I always list off his record, but it's 0-0 at the moment. And
might as well play macro.
Yeah,
I guess
so. Both of them pretty good at control and building things and making things.
Really making these bots sound intelligent.
Exactly. We're gonna get like a pretty early expand. Like very often bots will be like early expand and then they do it like weirdly late.
Or like one base all in and then they get
and then they get 3 bases. Yeah. So they just base stuff and then they do something totally different. But it looks like it really will be, and both of them starting Reapers now.
So I'm trying to think of what DominionDog will need to do to beat MicroMachine here, because I think in general, MicroMachine is the favored in most matchups. Not every matchup these days, but in most matchups, and in this one, I think he might be just a little favored. His TVT is incredibly strong. You know, he has had Terrans like Ketroc and all the BenBotBC and like all these bots sniping him specifically that MicroMachine's authors have had to create counters for. I don't know. His TVT is really good. I don't know.
I think in the time that MicroMachine's authors were like still the most active, that's who was coming for them. Was a bunch of Terrans with like different styles. So a lot of development went into that. So that's still where you've got a lot of the strength. As we see Reapers chasing Reapers.
Wait, how does he see air units already? Oh, MicroMachine loses the Reaper. A little uncharacteristic, but this is
he just saw the starport is all.
Two
of them. So he is aware of that and will often have a response. There comes an engineering bay, which makes sense. Again, went for the early expand, is not staffing it currently.
Okay, another Reaper coming in. MicroMachine's Reapers, don't often get caught like that. So we'll see if this one can maybe sneak out, but this is a hard map to maneuver on. He's going to get a full scout, though, so this is good. MicroMachine keeping tabs on his opponent. The wall goes up. The Reaper gets denied once more. Wait, can the Reaper jump down right there?
No, I think only here. Can it?
No, on the left where that arrow is. That's why those yellow arrows are there.
Yeah, it can on that side. Yeah.
Okay, so he just chose not to.
Decided not to. Yeah.
Anyway, cloaked banshees this time. Oh, for DominionDog. Usually we see that out of Ketroc, but DominionDog is going to be utilizing it. And here we go. The custom bunker gas mining setup here out of MicroMachine. If you're not familiar with what's going on here, this is akin to the speed mining that we see a lot of the bots do these days, but gas. And so far, it's the only bot that does this. And basically, he's using what, 3 or 2 workers? I think he's just using 2 workers. All right. I don't know.
I think it's got to be.
It's 2. Yeah, it's 2 workers.
Yeah, but only 2. Yeah, I think he adds more.
No, wait,
yeah,
no. There's one waiting.
No, it's more. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it should be, if you want full capacity, I think you do need the 3.
Man, that's hard to follow. Look at that. They're just like. Okay, so I actually had a thought with Protoss and mining with the warp prism.
Yeah.
So if you put the warp prism right in range of your, so when you drop it, essentially, your worker. Oh, hold on. Let's see. Cyclone's gonna get the Reaper. Banshee's coming in now. Actually, cloak Banshees. There is a scan available. Cyclone used its lock. Oh, it's got another one ready. It's gonna force the Banshees back. They will get out of the scan range, so that means they're coming back in. Ooh, nice marine defense here out of MicroMachine. But the Banshees, what are they gonna do? Actually, the bunker is gonna prove to be a little bit of a distraction. They still one-shot workers. Oh wow, this is getting a lot of damage done, Intersword.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's no, there is detection. There's turrets, but they're not like in a place to be able to stop it. They're losing 1 health.
Well, he loses 1
coming in.
Yeah, loses 1 for 2 more essentially. Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah, you really need some sort of mobile detection here, or else it's gonna be trouble.
Oh, it's already trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, everybody. Hang tight. We've got a connection error. Do not freak out. The game is still here. I was just watching it. I'm seeing it on the screen. We're just having a little connection error, getting you guys to watch it with us. So don't worry, no crashes or anything. Okay, well let's brainstorm here. Oh yeah, actually, I wanted to talk real quick. This is a perfect time to talk about my thought that I just had. Oh, it's bad.
Okay.
I don't even get a chance to talk.
We'll jump in.
Whatever. All right, well, this is settled down. Okay, so the warp prism, you put it right above, or where, when you drop out your probe, it returns the minerals, right? So because is the range enough from each mineral patch to then lift up into the warp prism from that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It should be. I mean, the range is pretty big.
So if you put the warp prism right above that icon, pretty much, where that Terran icon is. The scan goes down, forces the Banshees out. Oh, wait, did we go back in time?
Yeah, we did.
We did. Okay, we're back in time, everybody. Watch it again. In case you missed it the first time. Anyway, you could potentially have instant mining. Speed mining is great and all, but what if you could just instantly load up after mining into the warp prism and drop off your minerals, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
You should be able to. You should be able to just throw your minerals into the warp prism.
Or you could probably do that with like a med tank or something too, or an overlord, right?
Yeah. I think you can. The warp prism has the longest range.
Does it have a longer range for pickup?
Yeah. So that's something that they had put in quite a while back. It's got a pretty alarming range.
It does.
Okay. So you could definitely cover. Yeah, I think with the Overlord and Medevac, you couldn't cover like your mineral line with it, but I think a prism could cover like the whole mineral line.
Yeah. So basically, this bunker gas mining, but with a warp prism in your entire mineral line too. I think that could really boost the mineral speed. Anyway, Banshees, we are now caught up. Everything's looking good. Banshee's still wreaking a little bit of havoc, but they're out of energy and have to get the heck out of here. Oh man, if they had gotten stim, that'd be huge. I don't think they will. No, they won't.
Yeah, no, we'll finish up.
We've got a Viking. Even.
Yeah, Viking taken out though. Yeah, these without energy should be cleaned out.
The Banshee could have gotten that.
Yeah,
could have gotten that Cyclone. Sorry.
But despite all this so far, worker advantage still for MicroMachine.
Oh yeah, by a few.
Yeah.
Hey, not bad though. 11 workers killed.
Yeah.
By DominionDog. So hey, good harass. It keeps things relatively even, and it shows that DominionDog can take some fights here against Mike. Yeah. So he's definitely landing some punches, as it were. Oh, gonna lose another Viking. The Viking control not the best. They kind of sit there in range of everything and just die, but man, these lack of scans, there it is. Okay. Yeah. to say the lack of scans really hurting, but he had it.
Yeah, a bit of one of the turrets, the one in the main base, is like it's covering a lot of the mineral line, but it's really far back here, and it's not helping. It does nothing for like the gas positions or anything else. So you can kind of retreat to that position to be in range, but yeah, there loses another Viking.
I gotta say, it's really stopping the gas income too, though, because the workers just want to be there.
Yeah,
rightfully so.
He's really got to do something to get permanent detection, because you don't want to be wasting your scans here either, because it's throwing your worker lead. Like if
well, you're losing minerals too, right?
Yeah, you're losing all this mining time. You're losing the mule time. So the fact that you're actually ahead in workers doesn't really make a difference, because you're actually behind economically.
Mule time. I like that. There should be a mule time zone.
Should be instead of mountain time.
Mountain time, mule time. Yeah. All right, there's Ravens out. Oh, finally, actually, I was going to say there's Ravens for DominionDog, but MicroMachine is producing a Raven as well. So,
yeah, I think that's key. That's definitely needed particularly if you're going on the offense, because you can't just rely on scans on that side.
Well, let's see here. MicroMachine getting aggressive and is going to try to do some counter damage. DominionDog's already gone up to 3 bases here, and that turret absorbed a lot of cyclone damage as well, which is going to allow DominionDog to get into actually a pretty good position to push this away. Wow, yeah, he's got this on the run completely here. Okay, but now MicroMachine doing a little bit of counter harass. Oh, wait, was that his? No, that wasn't his Banshee, was it?
The one in the main, yeah.
Yeah.
There was one, yeah. Oh. Yeah, and they picked off a couple workers. Tank here retreating back to the high ground reinforcements.
Yeah, Marines got baited into the canyon of death here, but still very even. DominionDog a little bit down on army supply. Does he have any tanks out or any splash? I don't think so.
Not really. Yeah, I don't think so.
Banshee, that's his real advantage here. But with the Raven out, that does get negated a bit. He's got to get more Vikings, I think. DominionDog needs way more Vikings if he's going to hold this Banshee lead and hold this as a, as an advantage. So if he loses the air advantage, then what does DominionDog have? Not much.
Yeah, and we can see this obviously swing back in MicroMachine's favor a lot, that DominionDog's lost a lot more gas units in the form of those Banshees.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's lost a lot of gas.
But certainly nothing decisive yet. Both of them on 3 bases. There's no breakthrough to this yet. And MicroMachine is going up to the BCs with the fusion core being added on.
Oh, nice. It's hard. MicroMachine doesn't take very many bad fights. So when he starts getting ahead, it's really hard for him to fall behind. He's starting to get that air advantage. He's got healthy Viking count producing. DominionDog is producing as well, but I'm pretty sure MicroMachine's got more. I don't know. We'll see. Another base coming down for DominionDog, so he's at least staying ahead, quote unquote ahead, economically.
I think that's got to be the key. I don't think you're going to trade super effectively.
He doesn't have any splash
advantage. Yeah, exactly. It's got to be that he's got to take the air back.
Yeah.
Before BCs get out in any sort of number to anchor. I often talk about BCs or Thors being kind of an anchor to an army and stabilizing their position. And I think he's got to stop that from happening and never let MicroMachine be in a stable spot.
I'm honestly not super worried about the battlecruisers. I guess I'm more worried about the Vikings taking air control, but the Cyclones, if DominionDog keeps making Cyclones and can keep these alive, he could really gun down the battlecruisers with the Marines too.
Yeah, there may be too many Vikings here already, and I think there potentially are. What I'm kind of referring to is see how this is, despite the fact that it's clearly a one situation in the air for MicroMachine, the Marines chasing down the Vikings mean they always have to run away.
Yeah.
If you put a single battlecruiser in that situation, now nobody has to run.
And they can just sit there and fight, and then he'll have the
and if you want to chase them down because the battlecruiser fires as it's moving, you can chase my BC with Marines all day long if you feel like it.
Right.
I'm winning that. And so that's what it is. It lets the Vikings not run and sit and fight.
I got to say, though, that was a decent engagement from DominionDog, how he was kind of able to almost got in between MicroMachine's forces there. He almost cut off the retreat path.
Yeah, while he's not, again, winning with the Vikings in the air, he's got enough anti-air on the ground that they can't stand and fight.
Yeah. Well, here we'll see what happens. Army supply pretty much dead even. Worker supply too. Things are very, very even here.
There's an opportunity. If he sees this, they're out of position right now.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get a free tank here. +2 on the Marines. Keep in mind for DominionDog. So the Marines are gonna pack a little bit more of a punch. Oh, but this is a I don't know. This is really hard to call. MicroMachine was kind of
weird. Yeah, he's gonna lose the bottom part of his army. The 3 tanks were down there. And then he wins the upper part of it.
So yeah, again, my DominionDog seems to kind of be getting in between MicroMachine. Like he's forcing MicroMachine back into this weird concave, and then kind of gets in between the units a little bit. And it seems to be favoring him, right? Like he's up an army now, so.
I think it is. I think he's winning these a little bit, but he's got to go. I don't know. It's hard to say even who needs to be on the offensive because both of them are doing relatively well. Neither one is running away with it economically.
Yeah.
I think the resilience tends to be on MicroMachine's side the longer the game goes, but yeah, not running away with it. And this engagement here, you've got to back away from this though. This could be a disaster.
Ooh, yeah, that was big tank volley there. Marines are going to be able to get on top of the tanks, but
not enough.
Not quite enough. Banshees do get almost the rest of the tanks. 2 tanks remain barely. But there we go. There's the air advantage now to MicroMachine.
Yeah. So, and do you see what I'm saying here now too? Of like, the BC in front means that this isn't a retreat situation anymore.
Well, and it means that DominionDog.
Yeah.
He's just never going to get air control back, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and he can't get it back on the ground is the big difference.
Yeah.
So before he was getting air control back on the ground, and now he's going to have to run the ground into the tanks. Because he's been able to establish this position.
That turret is saving the day, though. I gotta say, it's been doing a good amount of damage.
Yeah, I think he Yamato'd the first one, but doesn't have enough for the next.
I know that engagement definitely went in MicroMachine's favor.
Yeah,
to the point where I think he should be able to snowball this into a win, right?
Yeah, definitely. He's now doubled the army supply, and I think now he's broken this base.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's the jump out, but the other one's already in. 2 more are there. Yeah, there's no way to attack now, and this is it because you need your tanks basically anchor everything, and that's the place that you want to be fighting from. And the fact that now stuff on the ground can't get close enough to shove away those Vikings and stuff means nothing can come after the BCs, nothing can come after your tanks, and the Vikings can sit there at distance flat picking off everything. So yeah, it just the synergy of it all and the anchor of it is a single BC can do it.
Oh yeah. Well, and just even a little bit more Viking production out of DominionDog I think would have helped a lot too, just to hold that air, because in TVT it really does seem like air dominance is one of the more important things.
Yeah,
especially in this meta.
It's very hard. And this position in particular, too, where it's like a low ground with 2 side split ramps down to it. If you control that with air, you can just fire at anything, and your army on the low ground's like immune.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, BC's doing work. MicroMachine will take game 1 here. This could be the first upset to my prediction bracket. DominionDog still playing incredibly well. Yeah, if this was a boxing match, both bots would be bleeding and bruised.
Yeah.
True that, Crossroads. True that. Yeah, this was a fine sparring match, if I do say so myself. All right. Well, I don't even know. Yeah, like DominionDog played so well and really pushed back MicroMachine a lot. And really dealt with a lot of what he was throwing at him initially. I don't know what he needs to do differently to take it. He just took, that one real bad engagement, and then it just snowballs out of control.
That's really where it fell apart. He ran into like 5 siege tanks in like the choke point on the map.
Yeah.
There's nothing you're going to do to recover from that. So yeah, if it wasn't that choked, like if that was just more of an open field engagement, he might have even been fine. But yeah, it's just such a crazy choke that it's hard to come back from that. In the earlier parts of the game too, DominionDog obviously had the advantage with getting Banshees in there when there wasn't really adequate material to deal with it. And again, he got stuff done, but he still left with the worker disadvantage and he just killed stuff, didn't kill anything important. And I think again, it's a hard thing for a bot to do, but you have to keep in mind like certain objectives of getting a base, getting a key piece of infrastructure, getting something that is knocking out an ability.
You got close to getting stim. Yeah.
Yeah.
You targeted that down or something.
Something like that can make a difference, reset things, like move things in your favor. But if you're just kind of killing stuff for stuff, then you're not really putting yourself ahead.
Yeah. Well, and then he lost all the Banshees pretty much too. So imagine later if he had that huge Banshee advantage, maybe he almost took out those tanks in that really bad engagement he took with the rest of the Banshees, but there just wasn't quite enough.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens in game 2 here. I have all the faith that DominionDog can give us at least another good game, but we'll see if he can beat MicroMachine because MicroMachine's just so strong. I don't know. I think MicroMachine could win this season. We'll see.
Possible.
It could be the biggest upset nobody saw coming. MicroMachine wins it all with no updates. All right, let's go. Game 2.
RR and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
Team Dominion Dogs.
DominionDog.
All right. Game 2, Blackburn. Will this map be a little bit better for DominionDog, do you think?
Could be. I mean, again, cuts off a lot of that Banshee travel time. Like you're really close by air.
Oh, yeah.
You've also now got things on kind of a singular path, though, and that actually hurt MicroMachine in the first game, that he kind of sent armies out and was getting parts of it tackled from weird angles.
Yeah.
This kind of tends to force people to fight more head-to-head because you're kind of coming down a single lane.
Oh, yeah, straight towards each other, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think we'll have to see from the early game. And this, again, assumes that we're going to get something similar. And, of course, bots do tend to vary from what they first did. So we may not – it doesn't look like we're getting Banshees at all, just the fact that we got 3 racks right away.
Okay. DominionDog switching it up.
Yeah, which may be good because MicroMachine is going for early command center again because, of course, that did work last time. Yeah. So even the Reaper paths here shorter. So MicroMachine will get in and scout this a bit quicker.
Well, unless DominionDog's Reaper comes out in time to stop that Reaper from getting up there. Even a second Reaper coming out. So DominionDog looking to really take out the early...
Yeah, because it's a double gas 3 rack, so certainly heavy Reaper play should be the...
Ooh, 4th rack. This is looking like an all-in.
Yeah, this does look pretty all-in.
Oh, Reaper goes stop the scout.
And neither player has done like a block on the Reaper spot.
I know, yeah, he should have sent the Reaper there to the Reaper spot on the high ground. All right, well, actually, MicroMachine's Reaper gets killed. That's a good start.
And we'll go back. Another one. Will he catch this on the way across?
Now, does MicroMachine recognize this even as a threat? Did he even care that there were 4 barracks? He says, he's like, oh, you're going air unit. So he recognizes what's going on.
There's certainly a few things where he does. I don't know how much he does.
Wow, he got
the various things. I think it may already be too late. He switched to the Marines, which has already died again.
Well, he lost that second Reaper. Third Reaper now. Fourth Reaper now. Oh boy, this could just spiral out of control into a win for DominionDog.
Yeah, I think the early expand here kind of spelled death for him once he lost the initial Reapers.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is just going to go pretty crazy on him. It's the best map for it because the speed is just, you can be a tiny bit behind and you're screwed.
Understood.
Yeah.
I get another.
You get your ace match.
Maybe. Hold on. Don't count MicroMachine out yet. You know, sometimes it looks like he's dead, but
yeah. No, I think you're good. I think you're good.
I think we're good here.
Yeah.
He's got a few Marines out, actually.
Yeah, he does. It wouldn't even be impossible that he could have stabilized if he had a bunker, but with no bunker, there's just no way to do anything. He's got the natural base down there mining away, but yeah.
Oh my God, Endersword. My prediction might come true. DominionDog with the Reaper win ties this series up in what is our second ace match of the whole season. Only our second one. Wow, look at all these Reapers. Yeah, excellent. All right, DominionDog, keeping the dream alive. I love you, MicroMachine, but I love a good underdog story.
Yeah. So that one's a very map-dependent win, obviously, and just kind of like a straight-up build order win. And presumably MicroMachine now won't pick the early expand.
Yeah.
You could still see DominionDog, though, go with the Reaper opening. Given that one. So
yeah, I don't know. It is kind of that rock paper scissors sometimes. Like, oh, you beat me with this, so I'll do this. And, oh, that didn't work, so I'll do that. And sometimes though, the bot will just choose a totally different build. So my DominionDog could just do a third totally unrelated build. And sometimes that works out, you know. I don't know. All I'm happy about is that I got my ace match. Again, second one of our entire season. And I knew this was going to be epic. I called it last Friday. I said this was going to be our most epic.
Yeah, I think
of the night. And I think
this was the most volatile one for sure.
Yeah.
Even with tiers like the random, this one seemed more volatile.
Yeah, no, some great games, definitely. Tier giving us some fun aggression and a lot of good games tonight. But let's go ahead and wrap things up. Our final game of the evening to decide the final bot for our semifinals, which will be taking place next week. Winner of this will go up against negativeZero. So let's go and see. Will it be MicroMachine? Will it be DominionDog? Let's find out right now.
Rap, RR, and unusuals.
MicroMachine.
Team DominionDogs.
DominionDog.
All right, everybody. This is it. This will decide our top 4 bots. We've already got Eris, EvilZoe, and negativeZero. We've got to add one of these 2 Terrans onto that list, and one of them will be tossed into the scrap pile.
Yeah, I think we are getting... So he opened gas first.
DominionDog.
DominionDog. So MicroMachine is choosing standard.
Standard, all right.
And it looks like DominionDog might be going for the same thing.
Just a standard... a little 2 racks, 2
well,
racks.
I think you might. The same
3
thing.
racks opening.
I mean the same thing as last game.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you meant a standard build.
No, not same thing as standard. Yeah, same thing as last game. Yeah, and there comes the second gas. I think that's exactly what we're getting. So we'll see how this plays.
Oh boy, it doesn't work as well against a non-early expanding MicroMachine. MicroMachine's going to have a lot more tools to defend this time. I don't know though. The Reaper flood is real, man. If you can get enough Reapers and get that advantage, you can easily take
it's usually about what comes out of your factory first.
Oh
You just try and hold what's there with your racks, but then your factory can be the thing that wins the fight and be more stable. And last time he just straight up canceled it. It didn't finish.
Well, what's best? A tank, a cyclone? What would you get against Mass Reaper?
I think, yeah, it's tough. You can also just put Hellions out.
Or just Hellions, yeah. Oh, that's true.
I think Hellions is probably the chance.
Just to keep up. That way you can keep up with Reapers a little bit.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Or else they can run away and heal.
The problem with the tank is a tank's good if you were doing okay already. So if you've got like a couple Marines out and you've got a tank to protect it all, but if you just got a tank, they can just swarm it and kill it.
Big difference this time. MicroMachine has not yet lost a Reaper. Second Reaper coming out. Looks like DominionDog should get the first shot off. Yeah, he does. It's gonna be interesting. MicroMachine actually jukes DominionDog's Reaper and is gonna head back towards DominionDog's main.
Will be a tank up first. So if this gets in a good position and you like these previous units aren't dead yet, which is the key, then a tank probably is the best. If they were all dead, then you need something that does the killing more itself.
Slows down the starport a little bit. That's nice for DominionDog. No, I think MicroMachine should be able to hold this time. He didn't lose any of the Reapers. He's got a couple Marines out now as well. And DominionDog, but DominionDog again is keeping his alive, so he could definitely group up.
Yeah.
That one's dead.
The tank has
one's dead.
There we go. Now that tank is in just a prime position, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think DominionDog's even realized this and is maybe rolling off to something else.
Well, looks like he's trying to get.
I don't know why he's building a command center right there, but he is.
Well, no, that's a bunker, I think.
Or is that a bunker?
No, wait, no, that's a barracks.
That's a barracks, but he's building. Oh, it was an orbital in his main.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what he's. All right. This is just to continue with more then. But yeah, I think he's. Yeah, not doing great where he is now.
I don't know. He's not that far behind. He's well, now he's forward.
He's
now,
not, but he's gonna have to. Do something else.
I love
very quick
descending.
Yeah.
So ooh, yeah. No, MicroMachine's definitely getting a leg up here.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, Reaper, no.
Yeah. Now the Banshee's coming, and it's like, what do you do?
Well, that's such a bad spot for the Reapers to jump up because it takes so much more time. They have 2 ledges they have to jump up.
Well, and this is what I said. The tank is just in the ideal position because it covers both of these. And that's why I was saying the positioning really matters. And that's, if I could pinpoint a spot, that's the spot that tank should be in.
Yeah, that is a beautiful tank spot for sure. Well, MicroMachine's going to be able to get his second base uncontested, pretty much. And he's got the Cyclones and the Banshees to be able to finish off these Reapers that are taking tank shots. And his defense is just immaculate in this game.
Yeah.
I don't know. DominionDog is now behind a little bit and on the back foot and needs I don't know, might need a miracle.
Yeah, we've got a little red dot coming down the left side of this mini map. And I think that's going to determine what happens here.
There are a lot of Marines out. Stim's getting close to finished as well. So I think DominionDog should be okay to hold this. He holds Banshees pretty well. We'll see.
He does if
here.
Yeah, if he has stuff, but he
adds something here.
Yeah.
Oh, does he? He doesn't even have a scan available, does he?
I don't think so.
Oh no! Oh no! Thought game 1 he had defenses up for Banshees. Didn't he deal with the Banshee?
Well, he did, but he also didn't do 4 racks all in.
That's true.
Now this is a good fight in the middle, though. He catches 1 tank here, but he's definitely got some catching up to do.
Oh no, wait! I'm thinking of when Tyr was tearing. He had.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, well, Banshee's going to be able to kill at least half the Marines, if not more. Probably all the Marines. I think all the Marines are just about to die here.
Yeah.
And that will pretty much seal the deal. Because that is DominionDog's army, is these Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. He's
gonna do it.
Nothing. Like the second CC isn't even an orbital, so there's nothing to be done. And here comes the main army.
Man, an epic first 2 games, and then unfortunately, DominionDog not getting so lucky with his Reaper build and having no defense against Banshees is going to mean an untimely death for him.
Yeah, he's definitely all in on the all-in part of this, and 1 in on the first one, both build and map dependent, and then on this map, which is just a lot, it's farther, it's he didn't trap the first Reapers. No.
Things could have gone better, that's for sure. Well, good job, everybody, on your prediction brackets, assuming you did well. If you didn't do well...
Yeah, so the majority of people would have just gotten one wrong. So, only 6 of the 12, or 6 of the 14, I guess. There were 6 and 8. Yeah, 6 of 14 bet on MicroMachine.
Hey, DominionDog, though, looking so strong with some phenomenal updates. Really went toe-to-toe with MicroMachine here in this series. You know, bringing it to one of our only ace matches this season. So, congrats to him. But unfortunately, DominionDog's got to get tossed into the scrap pile. What's going on here? We're going to have a draw. We have Banshee or Vikings. Are there Vikings out? I guess Battlecruisers.
Yeah, the BC will do it eventually.
He'll finish this eventually. But no, congratulations to our top 4. Big shout out to all of our authors this season. But we have got our top 4: Eris, EvilZoe, negativeZero, and now MicroMachine joining them as well. So an incredibly stacked top 4. We've got 1 Protoss, 1 Terran, and 2 Zerg. And again, a guaranteed Zerg versus either Terran or a Zerg versus Protoss final. One of those two.
Yeah.
Wow. This has been a great night of games here. A little quick. Couple games a little quick, but still very exciting and action-packed and some really fun builds. Everyone's really coming up with some cool strategies to try and take out, these monster bots that are just so hard to beat, like Eris and EvilZoe and everyone, even Ketroc, BenBot, like they're all looking super strong.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody,
there's just no weak, there's no weak kind of silly bots anymore. Like we had in early and even kind of mid seasons, there was always like a few at the bottom that was like, oh yeah, well that'll be fun, but they'll lose. There's just not a lot of that anymore at all.
It's getting refined.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk real quick, Endersword, about how we're going to finish things up for our season. So next week will be our final normal week of games, and that will be our semifinals. And then our grand finals will be week 8. That is the next Saturday. So next Thursday, again, tune in for our semifinals. And then Saturday, the 27th, will be our grand finals, which will be a best of 7. Semifinals next week, best of 5s. And it's going to be awesome. So next week, we'll eliminate 2 more bots, and we'll have our top 2. And then we'll have our humans versus bots show match. That will be taking place on Saturday, the 27th. Again, our grand finals day. So make sure you all play against the bots. Check out our forum to get all the information when that gets released. I think next week sometime. So good stuff. What was your highlight of the day there, Endersword?
I think honestly, my highlight of the day was the Ketroc worker rush resulting in the
I was going to bring that up.
Worker game. I think that was interesting to see.
Oh, just to see him do it of all bots. He went from planetary fortresses and liberators and just being the ultimate defensive bot. So now he's trying to take out evil bots with worker rushes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But EvilZoe held strong.
Exactly.
Not falling to that. All right, that's it, everybody. We're done. Shout out to our production crew. Shout out to all of our bot authors. You all have made incredible bots this season. I am very impressed, and I am super excited to watch them play against our humans. Again, all top 8 of our bots that you just saw tonight, from what I'm told, will be available to play against. So make sure you, again, join the forum, join our Crown Club if you like extra content. Tomorrow, Mind Me, author of negativeZero, will be joining us on the bot show. So we can talk to him about how he got his bot ready to play against humans and things like that. Should be good. You'll be there, I'm assuming, Endersword?
Yes.
Excellent. I will be as well. So we'll see you all in the Discord if you're in the Crown Club. If not, we will see you all next week for our semifinals, our day 7 of ProBots Season 2 here in 2022 on ESChamp. Thank you all, and have a good night. We'll see you next time.